girls, welcome back to my channel. I do hope you're doing well. So, you're probably thinking, first of all, Shan, why have you got a candle on? I'm slowly trying to get into the autumnal spirit. The dark mornings are definitely getting me there, but I just wanted this video to be very zen, which it probably was done before I opened my gob. Oopsie. But today, as you can tell, is another sit down with Shan. That is why hair is up, may I just say, in a pink scrunchie to match our kimono today. I just wanted it to be very chilled sit down with Shan, and because we're quite talking about, how can I put it, maybe a topic that not a lot of people want to talk about. However, can I firstly say thank you so much to everyone who has interacted with this month's Sit Down with Shan. If you're not quite familiar with this little series, Sit Down with Shan, aka me, where we talk about literally everything and anything. Have a look at the playlist. There is no topic that is off bars. And we was talking in last month and I was like, oh my god, that is it. Next month is contraception. So here we are, my lovelies. For the month of August, we are talking about contraception. Your tips, tricks, worries, woes, experiences, the whole lot, alright? There is nothing that is going to be a little bit off bars or off limits, let's just say. I've kind of done myself an iced coffee, but I made it very, very milky, so that's great. But we're going to plod along. The lighting may look a tad different because currently I have 2 bulbs left out of 5 because the cast of Footloose, the vibrations this week, has caused my lights to pop. Ain't that just fabulous? Absolutely fabulous. In this current climate, these little bulbs are not cheap, and I've lost 3 in a week. Absolutely fantastic. Dozy, does my council want to know? Absolutely not. So the Hollywood light mirror is on extremely bright, so apologies if it looks slightly different. I wanted to have the candle in, as I say, make it a bit zen. We're going to calm down, we're going to have a chill. I want to just have a catch up, alright? And we'll be talking all things juicy with contraception, alright? So let me stop rabbiting, have a sip of me very milky iced coffee, and let's get in with this month's Sit Down with Shan, eh? Right, so every month, apart from this month, because I told you in last month's episode what the topic was, but every month I always put on my Lifestyle and Food Instagram, which are always in the descriptions box below, what this month's topic of Sit Down with Shan is. And I will ask you around that subject, tips, tricks, anything that you want to know, any questions you want to send in, experiences, and everything remains anonymous, alright my lovelies? So we have actually had quite a good selection come in. I've got 5 pages of screenshots. Well, hey, right, let me start off with a very lovely one. So, monthly chats vid. I currently have the implant, and this is my 2nd round of having it, as you have to have it replaced every 3 years. As I'm on my own now and don't plan on being in another relationship, I don't know whether to have a break and see if it helps me with trying to lose weight, etc. Seriously scared though, as I haven't had an actual physical monthly show for probably 14 or 15 years, as every pill I've been on since being 16 has stopped my period. And now I'm 32. Any advice from yourself or anyone watching would be much appreciated. Now, so, first off, the implant, I didn't actually know you had to have it changed every 3 years. I thought it was every 5, but okay. I don't think I could ever get the implant just because I don't know how I would feel with it under my skin. If you've got the implant or had it, let me know, what is it like underneath? Because I'm on the contraceptive pill. I have been for, what am I now, 27, and I went on at 15, so 12 years. Oh, you might hear banging around, they're awake. So yeah, I've been on it for 12 years. I've only ever changed the pill once. I had a pill for about 5 or 6 years, and then I started getting a really bad reaction with it with my skin, so they changed it over, but I've just been on the pill. Sometimes at the beginning I did forget it, I'm not gonna lie, but touch wood, I've been good and dandy with it. I went on the pill for hormonal reasons, like time of the month was horrendous, and it is still horrendous, to be perfectly honest. I've had tests and everything like that, and it's just heavy. I don't know what else to say. They don't know why. Oh, someone is really having a little bang around, aren't they? We're trying to have our little catch up here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, mine is still heavy as anything. They can't do anything to stop it, unfortunately. So yeah, I have only ever been on the pill, but a lot of the girls I went to school with had the implant, because I think it was just kind of, it was done. Obviously you have to get it changed, but you haven't got to worry about taking the pill the same time, everything like that. Regarding weight loss, see, when I went on the pill, I ballooned. I put on about a stone in about 3 to 4 months. It literally, like, bang. I was like, what on earth is happening to my body? And obviously it's all your hormones being put in. I have contemplated coming off of the pill, and I'm very much like this lovely, like, I don't, you know me, don't really see children in my future. If ever, if for a very, very long time. If it is, as I say, it's going to be like late 30s, very, very late. I have always thought about coming off like, oh, would I lose weight? But then I hear sometimes it can have an adverse reaction. Sometimes you can come off the pill and gain weight. So I'm not too sure whether it works the same as pills with implants, because I mean, it's all giving you hormones, ain't it? So I'm not too sure. I'm actually not too sure on that one. If anyone has had the implant and has come off, please do leave your comments down below. And as I say, because I know my lovely, she'll read all the comments. And if there is any help that we can give her, absolutely. But yeah, haven't had a physical monthly show for 14 or 15 years. I'm actually jealous of you. I tell you what, that is one thing. My pill did give me consistency. I know to the day, well, I have an app as well. If you are someone who is quite irregular, download, they're free on the App Store, just like a period flow app. And you put in when you start, when you finish, and it will kind of regulate as to when you should and shouldn't come on. And my one, touch wood to the T, I know what day I come on. And my cycle is a bummer, because my cycle starts on a Friday and ends on a Tuesday. So when it is that time of the month, you can write my weekend off, because all I want to do is lay in bed, wrapped up in a blanket, stuffing my face of anything sweet I can get my hands on. So yeah, I would much rather have like a Monday to Friday Mother Nature, but no, she likes to show over the weekend. So yeah, anyone who has had the implant, please do leave some comments down below. I'm sorry, what is that noise? Is that picking it up? You probably can't hear anything on the camera. I legit don't know what is going on. This week, I tell you what, Caster Footloose have been like they're training for a marathon or something. My poor lights had it. 3 bulbs are kaput. If I go down to 1 more, I'm going to be absolutely knackered. But anyway, I should have put more caffeine in this, shouldn't I? Or maybe a bit of Baileys. Oh, Baileys sounds good right now. That's one thing I'm actually looking forward to winter, to having me Baileys again. Right, let's have a look. So. Someone says, I want to stop taking the pill, but scared I might get pregnant again. Now, I've never had a slip up with my pill. Like, my pill, touch wood, has always worked. But I do know people that are on the pill and like, you're worried to come off in case you get pregnant. I know so many people that have been on the pill and gone pregnant. And I just think, how? Surely when you're on the pill, you have your checkups. Your doctor or nurse would be able to tell if there's something in there that isn't agreeing with your body. And you say, I want to stop taking it, but you're scared you might get pregnant again. Unfortunately, we might have to go back to the man using the contraception on this. I feel, right, we're going to have a proper debate now on this. Why is it, contraception seems to be all put on the women? You might disagree with me, but I feel contraception is very much, you take the pill, you have the implant, you have the coil. But it takes 2 to tango. I think men should be held accountable. And I think in some cases, the man should do. There is a lot more side effects for women putting the pills and implants and everything like that in our bodies than literally a man just putting something on the end of it. They're not having hormones pumped in their system, are they? And I do feel it is becoming very one-sided. Like, oh, if say someone says they're not on the pill, it's like, well, why are you not on the pill? Because you want to choose not to put that. That is another reason why I thought of coming off the pill, like with hormones and mood swings and everything like that, just say. But again, you hear stories where sometimes you come off and you go even worse. So I think until I'm in a position when I actually know what I want to do, but for now, I'm still going to carry on taking my pill. It keeps me regular. I know where I am. I'm always worried that if I miss a month, or like, you know, when you just want to trial a month to see if my body is in that regular cycle, I'm just worried. I'm worried indeed. But Mama G, she was on the pill for, I think, 15, 16 years. And let's say I've been 12, but obviously when she then wanted to try and conceive with me, she had quite a lot of problems and it took her a lot of time. But who knows what's in the future. But right now, I'm just going to carry on taking mine. And as I say, my lovelies, if you are scared you're going to get pregnant again, it's going to have to be down to the partner, I think. It is going to have to be down to the partner. They are going to have to step up and take one for the team on this, as I say, because you might be on the pill and you're having, I don't know, hormonal swings or anything like that. It's not fair on you and women in general to put our bodies through this just to have a bit of a good time. Am I? You're probably going to think it's such an unpopular opinion, but yeah, I think sometimes it does take two to tango. And if you've been on the pill, you've done your part for those times or however many years. Maybe time for the men to have a little pie. Another one, let's have a look. Oh, she says, what is your experience of contraception? I love to hear people's experience with it. That's why I love this. So all of your experiences, let's put them down. Maybe not put any naughty words because YouTube might not even post your comment. So we'll have to try and think outside the box. Maybe use words like fairies and aubergines or something like that, you know? She says, I have never personally had a good experience with condoms. I had one split and lost trust. Oh my Lord. I have never been in that situation, but who sees on TikTok, or maybe it might just be TikTok, Instagram in general, when people put condoms to the test. So when there might be a meme that says, I'm too big to wear a condom. And I've seen a video of a man put a condom over his whole leg up into his knee. But then, as you say, there are instances where they split. So in that instance, I think, okay, the man's done his part. If the woman is not on any form of contraception and the man does his part and it's split, if you don't want to take that chance, then it is unfortunately down to the woman to either get the pill or morning after, anything like that. I personally don't like condoms. I just feel they take the mood out of it. I really do. And because I've only ever slept with people who I've been in long-term relationships with, I mean, would it be different if I didn't? I don't know. Obviously, condoms are great because they stop STIs, STDs, sexually transmitted bad things, okay? They are very good for that. But I don't know. If you're in a long-term relationship and you know your partner, you have that trust to kind of relax, and you can still wear it. But if there's on the odd occasion that you just think, to hell with it, let's go wild, you have that relationship. I know a few of my girls, they don't like them either. But I've never been in a situation for a one-night stand. They have, and they're like, the last thing you want to be doing is trying to figure that on. And they say it's called playing with fire. They'll be like, who's dealt the match tonight? And we're like, oh, I had never have. If Mama G watches this or she's listening in on this, your girl never has. I've been a wifey Dan, let's just say, all the time. But yeah, I don't like them. I really don't. I think they're just a buzzkill. You've got to like fanny around sorting it out, and if it's not the right size or you can't tear it open, it's kind of one of them things that you use at the beginning when you're experimenting. So as I say, if you're in your relationship and you're young and you experiment and everything like that, and it kind of reminds me of like in-betweener moments. You know, it's just memories that you look back on and you're like, oh my Lord. Like that's not a good getting in the mood, is it? That's a mood killer. That is a buzzkill there and then. So yeah, I completely agree with you, my lovelies. I'm not a fan myself, and oh my God, I do hope everything was all right. That would panic me. I'm not gonna lie. If I used one and it split, I'd be like, oh my God. Mama G, she'd probably love it because she'd think, oh, there's a chance of me being a nan. Absolutely not. That's another thing. If anyone has ever took the morning after pill, is it just like the normal contraceptive pill? Because I don't know. Because I think you can get the morning after pill like at Boots or like local chemists and just pay for, I think, is it 1 or a course of 3? I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know if it's like different stuff to what's in the normal contraceptive pill that you take on a monthly basis, or is it a bit more harsher because it has to work pronto if something's happened? Not entirely sure. Oh, I'm loving this sit down with Shan. What about you, my lovelies? Right. Since being on the depot injection, my bones hurt so much. What is the depot injection? What is the depot injection? We need to look for this, my lovelies. Right, my phone's almost on the brink. Let's great. Let's have a look. Depot injection. I've probably got people shouting at the screen like, how do you not know what it is? What is a depot injection? Depo-Provera is a well-known brand name for medroxyprogesterone acetate, a contraceptive injection that contains the hormone progestin. Depo-Provera is given as an injection every 3 months, typically suppresses ovulation, keeping your ovaries from releasing an egg. So this is an injection every 3 months. Okay. I didn't even know that existed. See, you learn something new every day. I literally did not know something like that existed. Wow. So, you're saying that you can't feel your bones. Right, what's going on? What are the side effects of this? We need to have a look into this because can't be having side effects from not feeling your bones, my lovelies. Let's have a look. Oh, screenshot just so that I know what it's called. So, most people on the shot have some change in the periods, including bleeding more days than usual, spotting between periods, or no periods. This is most common during the first year, and other possible side effects is depression, headaches, weight gain, nausea, and sore breasts. Oh, my lovelies, if your bones are sore, please go and check that out. Oh, no. And you know what? It's completely unrelated, but from the gym, my knees, my joints are very sore at the moment. There's nothing worse, is there? There is nothing worse. Can you go and see someone about it? Because that might be like a reaction of your body, and maybe they could put you onto another form of contraceptive pill, perhaps. I know that a lot of the pills are prone to give headaches. That was the one checkup that whenever I used to see my doctor, he would always ask, are you having headaches? Because a lot of them, as you know, they say that it's linked to blood clots and everything like that. Touch wood, I've been fine. I suffer with migraines though, so I do have to be careful. But apart from that, there's never been any times that I would say I've had really bad... Would I? No, because when I was really down when I was younger, that was through acne tablets. That wasn't to do with my pill. Oh, so I tell you what, on that, I've actually learned something new. And I would say, could you go and maybe get it checked out at all, my lovelies? Like, just to put your mind at ease. Because maybe if it's making your bones hurt, it might be like a sensitivity. Or is it, say, subtracting something from your body that your bones need? Ooh. Didn't even know about that. I'm actually going to look into that a bit more. Because it's an injection for every 3 months. So does that mean you still have your monthlies on time? And you just go back for a top up? I don't know. If you've ever heard of it, please do let me know down below, my lovelies. Let's have a look. Oh, one of my lovelies says, I went on Yasmin once. My mood swings became the contraceptive. Now, I think this is what I was on. I was on Yasmin, and now I'm on LaVest. And actually, there was another one. What did I start off on? Microgynon. Microgynon, I don't know if that's... Is that LaVest though? Or did they just change the name? Microgynon I was on, I think, for like the first 6 months. Didn't agree with me. I went on to Yasmin. And she's put like a little devil's face. It is like that. Yasmin completely switched my mood swings for, say, the first 6 months. 1 month I'd cry, then I'd be hysterical, then I'd be super angry. Mum was like, I have no idea. It was like one of the episodes of, oh, what's that Disney film? When it's all the different emotions. It was like that. And then I went on LaVest, and I've been on LaVest, I think, for about 5 or 6 years now. And that one seems to be alright. That could potentially be the new name of Microgynon. I'm not too sure. But my pill is where I take it for 3 weeks. and then I have my week off. I know there are pills where you take like full 28 days and sometimes you won't have a period, or I don't quite know how it works if you take a 28-day pill. Mine's always like a 21. I have my week off and then I restart again. But yeah, isn't it weird? Well, it's not weird because you're putting chemicals in your body, but how a side effect of every hormonal thing to a woman is mood swings, depression, nausea, weight gain, headaches, everything like that. Why? That surely should be saying like women's bodies don't want this stuff. It's almost like it's our way of our body rejecting it. In a way, like it wants us to feel bad for taking this, so it's just going to give us these side effects. Which I'm not here for. Like, as I say, if you're on it for... Well, it don't actually matter what reason you're on it. You don't want your hormones to be all over the place, do you? Whether you're on it for your monthlies, whether you're on it for your sexual activity, it doesn't matter. But you don't want to be having all these side effects. And unfortunately, that is what we have to deal with as women. I'm probably going to throw it out and offend some people. I do think that females are the superior species. We carry something for 9 months. We ovulate every month. We are strong, independent, fierce species. End of. Sorry to any men watching this who just think, and they're going to turn off me. That is just my opinion, okay? Just my opinion sitting here with a very milky coffee. Right. I've just turned a little bit because I want to put there, I was getting a bit of a shoulder ache. So, oh, a long one on this. One of my lovelies says, I went on Rigavidon at 16 and stopped at 18 because the side effects were vile, so I'm guessing it's another pill. I gained weight, had awful periods and turned into a completely different person. Luckily at the time I wasn't active, so I could come off of it when I wanted, and I was so glad I'm not on it anymore. Love your sit down with Shan vids. The chill vibes are so comforting. Sending hugs to you and Mama G. Thank you so much, and as I say, I love a sit down with Shan too. I get to just sit here and chat all to you. Right. Rigavidon, I think that's probably a pill from what I'm gathering. Should we Google it? We've been Googling, my God, my Google is going to be... What is going on here? Oh, we are. Look, it's listening, it's come up. I only put Rig and it come up. So, Rigavidon is a pill. The side effects are mood swings, headaches, tummy pain, breast discomfort and feeling sick. In rare cases, women can develop blood clots or raised blood pressure. They always say that, don't they? They always say are bad side effects. So this is a combined oral contraceptive. With the pill, I just thought it was a pill, but you can get ones that are almost combined, I think, with like a skin essence. One that like helps acne. Because as I say, when I went on Yasmin, that was when my mood swings were terrible and my skin broke out a bit, but I think it was an accumulation of that, and I was on Roaccutane for my skin, which, if you've not heard of Roaccutane, is a very, very intense treatment. Like it was a tablet, but it was just, yeah, very intense. And I think I was only on it for a couple of months and then just came straight off. It contains 2 types of female hormones, an estrogen, ethilestradiol, and a progestin, levogestrel in a low dose. I'm so sorry that I'm actually silly at pronouncing these. I'm not good. So, but it says it's been linked to weight gain, depression, and increased risk of blood clots. I mean, that's just fabulous. What is it, right? I know they have to tell us the pros and cons, but everyone wants women on contraception, but look at all the side effects. And then people moan when women have these side effects. Like, you can't have your cake and eat it. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm actually looking at this now. It says Rigavidon, why so many people want it banned. Because of the hormonal aspect to it. So, I went off screen there. Hello. As you say, you wasn't active at the time, so you managed to come off. I am not active, but I just think I'm scared of coming off, you know. You know when it's just something like you're in a routine. And I'm just scared to come off because I think, oh my God, like, what if I don't lose weight? What if I put on weight? And what if my mood swings go a bit erratic? I don't quite know. I'm not quite know. But it's actually great that you've come off. And I love that you love the videos. Lots of hugs to you too. Awful periods. I hear that. And there is nothing worse, right, when you go on the pill and they say it will help your periods. And then time of the month comes and it doesn't help. If anything, I found at the beginning, I don't know if it was maybe my body dealing with the hormones that was coming in, but my periods for the first, I would say 6 to 12 months were horrendous. Like terrible. I thought my pains were bad before I started the pill. This took it to like a whole new level. I am a lot tougher now. Your girl has got many years experience with old Mother Nature, and as much as they still are a bugger at times, most months to be honest, the first 2 days I'm like wipe out. So that's what I mean. She's come at a ridiculous time because she always comes on a Friday and Saturday. So when it's time of the month, I still do my Saturday classes. The pain, let me just tell you, in some positions you have to do in those classes that I do at the gym with the excruciating cramp. I think, you know what, no pain, no gain. And I do feel better after it. And apparently, I think they say exercise is good when it's time of the month because it helps, you know, do what it needs to do. But yes, I'm so glad that you enjoy it. And thank you for sending. I love it when it's like I see all the little screens and it's just like follow-ons and follow-ons. I'm like, yes. Gives me a little story. Let's have a look. One of my other little lovelies says, I used to be on the injection and I gained 25 kilos in 2 years. I don't know what 25 kilos is. Oh, God. I work in kilos. I work in pounds and stone more. 25 kg in pounds. 55 pounds. What is 55 pound in stone? 55 lb in stone. 4 stone. You know what? I have heard that. So that's 2 stone a year. That's half a stone every 6 months. I put on weight with mine. And you know what? Again, it's a side effect that we don't want. We go on the pill, right? For whatever reason. But it's to try and benefit ourselves. And all we do and all we get is duck shafted. To put it quite frank, don't we? We get abused by the medication. It's almost like, here, haha, here's one on us. It's not good. Not good at all. I would love to know, are you still on the pill? How did you find it? I found when I gained the weight as well, it was incredibly hard to lose it. It was like the pill just gave me this stubborn excess weight that I didn't want. And to try and shift it was just an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Oh, here. She's done a part 2. I didn't read it. She's now got an IUD and it's so much better. Now, IUD, is this the coil? IUD. Is this the coil? I think this is the coil. No. IUD looks like the little T. What is the coil? Oh my God, I feel like I'm back in sex ed. Oh, it is the coil. So it's called IUD now. Never knew that. See, I'm learning something now. Intrauterine device. I think that's how you say it. So an IUD is a small T-shaped plastic and copper device. Didn't realise it was copper. That's put into the womb by a doctor and nurse, and it releases copper to stop you getting pregnant. So it just releases what, like the fumes or the toxins? Well, it can't be toxic. They wouldn't put it in you otherwise. And protects against pregnancy for between 5 and 10 years. It's sometimes called a coil or a copper coil. No way! So it's used by people who cannot use a combined contraceptive such as the pill or injection. Makes periods lighter, shorter, or stops altogether. Does it have side effects? Breast tenderness, a lot of tenderness on the girls. Irregular bleeding, which can improve after 6 months. Mood changes, cramping or pelvic pain. We haven't had that before, I think, on the ones that we've gone through. Obviously, you'd probably get more pelvic pain because it's something in you. Now, I've seen a video of someone putting in a coil or an IUD, and wow, I'm going to say you are brave. Okay, you are brave. Anyone who has had that, hats off to you. I had to go for a smear, must have been about 2 years ago. Yeah, I was 25, my first smear. I have never felt more uncomfortable or in pain. My first smear was horrible. Let me just tell you that. I started to spot for several days after. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? They said it was normal, which obviously it was, but it was just quite scary, you know. And 5 to 10 years. So once it's in there, then it's put in your uterus. Someone's awakened again. When it goes inside your uterus, obviously it's like a little T-shaped. Can you feel it? I mean, this just shows probably how much sex ed failed when I was at school. But if that's inside your uterus, obviously that isn't an area you get to during intercourse. Because if it was, that would be very dangerous to have something like that there that could potentially become dislodged. So it must go like right up. I'm not entirely sure. But then it says that the fact that it lets off copper. So it must be like a fume of it, or like the properties of copper going into the system. That really baffles me, that one. That really does baffle me. But I'm so glad that it works out for you now and you're feeling a lot better. I'd love to know how long you've been on the IUD compared to the pill. Not the pill, the injection. Because you said you was on the injection and gained the weight in 2 years. Now you've got the IUD. Out of the IUD and injection, obviously you say that you're much better on the IUD. But what was your time maybe combined on contraception? I mean, you don't have to answer me, but my DMs are always open. Because, yeah, that fascinates me. Because I think, does your body get used to one particular form of contraceptive? Then when it changes, does it have a big reaction? Not entirely sure. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I have the implant, but I hate it. It makes me so hormonal and I gained weight. You know what? This is why I think we are a superior species. We go through so many changes within our body, of which majority of the time is not down to us. We take these supplements, implants, all of these hormonal treatments, and we are well and truly royally beep, ain't we? We actually are. I mean, if they said you could have like the coil or the implant and the pill and there'd be no side effects, no mood swings, no weight gain, oh my God, yes. But you think how many decades that these forms of contraception have been around, and it doesn't seem like they can ever get one to get rid of these side effects. And I think in this day and age, the only contraception, the only contraceptive for a man is a condom. Or is it? Is there any other form of contraception for a man? If you are a man watching this, which if you are, hats off to you, thank you very much. So is there any other contraception that a man can do apart from the condom? Can you imagine saying to a man, you've got to take a pill? I don't think most men sometimes can remember to put their socks on. So that would be quite a challenge. And also, how would they deal with hormonal mood swings, the gain of weight, tenderness of the girls, or like their chest? How would they like it, eh? I don't think they'd like it at all, which is why I think it's been put on the woman. Right, let's have a look. Oh, a few pill ones now. Been on the pill for 3 years, don't recommend at all. Weight gain, hairy, mood swings, etc. But no baby smiley face. So, it's done what it needs to. If you was doing it not to have any babies, you've got a smiley face, you're happy about that. Hairy. Now, I noticed this as well when I was in secondary school. You would shave your legs, and before then, I would only shave maybe once every 7 to 10 days. I was really good because my hair was very fair. But I have noticed through my years on the pill now, I have to shave my legs probably every 2 to 3 days, and my hairs have got darker, so it's not like I can get away with it. Now, don't get me wrong, in winter, if I'm in jeans all day, you might get a little bit of stubble on my leg because I'm not going to waste a razor blade just to have them silky smooth against my jeans, you know. But yeah, I do get that. I don't know why. It's just like it almost accelerates your hair growth. But it doesn't accelerate the hair growth on my hair. I don't have thick, luscious hair, do I? No, I just have legs that seem to grow hairs every 2 days. But yes, I love that you put the little smiley face. So clearly it's doing something, but I get what you mean with all of your side effects. Oh, one of my other lovelies, she says, let's have a look, let's have a look. I was on the pill and it broke me out really bad, so now I'm on the copper coil. So copper coil is IUD, which another one of you was on. I do understand this. The pill is detrimental, I think, to especially youngsters with acne. I started my pill, and I would probably say about a year or so later, I started noticing my skin breaking out quite a lot. And it wasn't through the fact of, say, change of diet, anything like that. I think it was just hormones. And as I was getting older and I put on a bit of weight and I started to develop more, my skin was just like crying out. So as I say, I went and had many tests, creams, tablets, everything from the doctors, and nothing worked. So I got referred to a dermatology clinic and they put me on Roaccutane. So with Roaccutane, I'm talking, what am I, 27, 8 to 10 years ago maybe. Roaccutane was prescribed on a dosage according to your weight. So I went on Roaccutane at this certain weight, and I remember I lost a lot of weight in 6 months. I can't remember what I'd done. I don't know if it was when I was getting into my cross country at school, but I lost quite a lot of weight. I think I lost about a stone maybe in 6 months. So when I went back for my follow-up, yep, everything was working. The skin was clearing up, which was good. And when I went back, the doctor said, we'll just up it and you'll have it for 1 month, and then I think that will be done. So I thought, well, that's great. I don't want to have like repeat prescriptions of it. So they upped the dosage, and when I tell you, within 2 to 3 days, my face looked burnt. It looked scarred. So I had a lot of acne. You can probably still see sometimes. So oh my lord, I just had a heart attack. I thought that my drink was knocked. Let's just put you there for the moment. Can't be dealing with literally crying over spilt milk. So I had a lot of acne there, and you can probably see on my cheeks I still have a lot of like not potholes, but kind of like scars. And of course, my scar on my lip, ain't that fabulous? So a lot of my spots and my acne was around my cheeks, and I woke up one morning and I just felt like my jaw aching, and I woke up, and when I saw myself in the mirror, when I tell you I screamed, yeah girl, screamed, okay, my all around here, so you see like this bit, it had kind of like blistered. And it was weepy. Some bits were crusty, but the majority of it was weepy. And it literally looked like my skin was burning itself. And I went through to mum. Mum had an absolute meltdown. And I was like, I didn't know what had caused it. I'd gone to bed fine. And I'd woke up and my skin had had like this huge allergic reaction to something. And the first thing mum said straight away was, is that tablet? They've not checked it. And I say, they had my new weight measurements and they still wanted to up it, when really it should have been maybe halved or drastically cut. So mum called the dermatology clinic, and I got in that day and they said, yeah, like, how bad? We just wanted to like have you on a shorter course, but clearly your body can't handle it. Well, no, clearly my body couldn't handle it. So I come straight off of that, and I was told to go to Boots and get CeraVe. No, not CeraVe. Oh, what's the other one? Cetaphil, a moisturizer and a cleanser, and I had to use Cetaphil for, I'm gonna say, about 6 to 8 weeks until it started to clear up. And after like the blistering and that had gone, I still had almost like a birthmark like outline on there, which eventually went over time. But let me tell you, having to go to school with that on your lip was not good at all. I was probably the butt end of most jokes. The fact that you was on tablets for your skin to make it better, and actually it's burnt you, and look at what the hell it's done to you. So yeah, that weren't the greatest, but not good at all. I'm glad that your copper coil is working for you. And as I say, it said on there 5 to 10 years. I mean, do they contact you after 5 years, or is it when you feel it stopped working? I mean, how do you know? Or do they just let it go to the maximum 10 years? I'd love to learn a bit more on this, my lovelies. So as I say, if you have had the coil or you have it, please do, as I say, my inbox is, oh lord, almost dropped my iPad. My inbox is always open. If you don't want to put it down in the comments box below, just drop us a message on my Instagrams, okay? Let's have a look. I've got so many screenshots. I'm trying to work out whereabouts I am. Oh, another one of you lovelies. I had very bad periods, so I got the coil, which helps them. Maybe I should have gone for the coil. Maybe I should have gone for the coil. I think, to be honest, because the last question I was going to end on was someone saying, what is your experience and thoughts on contraception? I think that there are a lot more options accessible nowadays as to when I went on the pill. Back when I went on the pill, it was literally the pill or the implant. That was all you was ever really told. Obviously, the coil and everything like that did exist, but it wasn't really something I think they wanted young girls to go on 10, 12 years ago. So for us, it was the pill or the implant. The thought of having something under my skin freaked me the hell out. I know quite a lot of the girls had the implant, and it was weird because you would feel it. And I don't know, it was just, oh, it freaked me out. And even now, not that it's disgusting or anything, but if I was to feel it, I'd flash back to being in school and be like, oh, no, absolutely not. They have obviously come a long way in terms of contraception. So say, for example, the implant, was it every 3 years it had to be changed? I think every 3, and then the coil is every 5 to 10. So they're obviously developing them to be available and accessible for longer periods of time, as opposed to, say, having a pill that you have to take daily. If anyone is on the pill, let me know whether you are a 21 or a 28-day pill. As I say, again, if you're not comfortable saying, just send me a DM, because I do think contraception is, it's like sex, isn't it? It's such a hush-hush topic, and I think no, because everyone needs to know about contraception. We got taught the most basic of sex ed in my school, okay? We had a banana and we were shown how to put a condom on a banana. Every time. Every time. We've had that ringing quite a bit, haven't we? And every time it's a spam call. I'm going to talk over that rabbit. I don't know what's more annoying, that or the cast of Footloose. Can't catch a break in this video. We're trying to talk about actual important topics of the world, thank you. But anyway, yeah, it was a very basic banana, put a condom on. One more? You done? They're done. And it was just more about speaking of STDs. Side effects, what happened if you caught them, how to get rid of them, everything like that. We was never really spoke about, so if a girl goes on the pill or if a girl has an implant, these are the side effects. It was just kind of focused on what to do with putting it on the man. But then I feel from school, the roles reverse, because then it is all put on the woman. It's very strange. And as I say, my views on contraception, yes, they're great to stop any unwanted diseases or anything like that in case. Personally, a condom I don't like. I have been on the pill for 12 years. As I say, touch wood, nothing's gone wrong. I have been in long-term relationships. And would I ever change my contraception? Probably sounds silly. I'm only 27, but I think, am I too old to change my contraception? Because I know with the pill, actually, that's what I wanted to check. You hear a lot of hearsay with the pill, don't you, about how long it takes you then to conceive if after you wanted to. But again, this varies so much, because my friend's mum, she was on the pill for I think like a decade, and she come off the pill and fell pregnant that month. And I always remember that, because we would be like 10 or 11 and her little baby brother was like 1 or 2. My God, right. What is the time frame for coming out of a lockdown? No more lockdowns. Coming off the pill to conceive. I think they say, is it roughly every 3 months for a year? You may be able to get pregnant within 1 to 3 months of stopping a combination pill, but most women can get pregnant within a year. One study even found that women who took the pill for more than 4 to 5 years were more fertile than those who used it for 2 or less. Oh my lord, 4 to 5, I'm over double that. Many doctors advise you should wait for 1 period before trying to get pregnant when coming off the pill. You should allow up to 3 months for your natural cycle to come back. I always thought there was a time frame. Or is that just me? I actually thought it was something like 3 months for every year, they would say. Because I know they can't put a thing on it to say, well, you could fall pregnant now or you could fall pregnant in a year. But I'm sure there was some form of a time frame. Half of the women get pregnant within the first 3 months of stopping the pill, and then the majority get pregnant within 12 months. After stopping the pill, you could ovulate as soon as 48 hours later. Oh my God, could you imagine coming off the pill and 2 days later you was pregnant? Oh my God, I think I would actually have a breakdown. Wow. Oh my God, my lovelies, I have loved this sit down with Shan. I feel like I know you all now on such a more better level. I mean, I know all of you, well, I know pretty much all of you, because you all send me a message or comments. We're getting quite a regular fan base here. Fan base? No, you aren't, Shan. You do not have a... Who do you think you are? Get off your high horse. We have a nice little community here, don't we? And that's why I love doing these topics, because I really feel it opens it up to have a chat. I would love to come around all of your houses and just sit there, have a cuppa and have a chinwag, but I can't do that. So this is my way of speaking to you, and as I say, hopefully you speaking to me. But yeah. Oh, I've loved this one, my lovelies. And Canon has started to flash at me, so I think that means we need to round it up, eh? So, my lovelies, as I say, thank you so much to everyone who sent in your comments and questions and everything like that. Honestly, it means so much, because otherwise I would still do these topics, but it would just be me sitting here waffling absolute rubbish. Unfortunately, that would be it. So I love having your input, and as I say, it gets me thinking. It gets me thinking, and it gets me asking questions, and I absolutely love it all, honestly. I have no idea what to do for next month. If you are new here, and as I say, and you're not too sure what topics we've done before, head over to the Sit Down with Shan playlist and you'll see everything that we spoke about. And if you've got any ideas, new members or returning members, we're not at Fat Fighters on Little Britain, Shan. New member? Who used to watch that? Do we have a new member? No. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much. Or if you are new to the channel, hello, welcome. If there are any topics that you think I should do and I haven't already covered them, let me know down below, as I say, because I have pretty much planned my content out till the end of the year. Some bits, so say for example, I've scheduled my next sit down with Shan, but I don't know what it's going to be yet. But I've got the video scheduled, you know. So any of your suggestions will be very, very greatly appreciated. And yeah, I love these. Nice way to round off coming up to the end of a month, really, ain't it? And as I say, next year, Sit Down with Shan is going to continue. I am thinking of maybe starting a crime conspiracy series. You all seem to love that when I mentioned it last month, so I think that's definitely in the pipeline. And also I really want to do like a sit down with Shan but Mama G style, so kind of where it's like a dilemma video or like an agony aunt, something like that, and me and Mama G will be here and we will try and help, as I say, because you all seem to love her. So I'm trying to get her involved in a bit more like regular videos, because she's only either in Primark challenges, vlogs or food videos. So we want to try and get like a little series which is established with Mama G, you know. She keeps saying to me, oh, next year can I just have like one upload a week, just me? I'm like, what, you just want a whole video to you? You want me to edit and everything but it just be of you? She was like, yeah. I was like, we'll come up with some ideas as to what they could be, Mother, and we shall see, eh? But yeah, I have highly enjoyed this month, as you can probably tell. If there is anything you want to know or ask at all, as I say, please leave it down in the comments box or send me a DM. I will always answer you. My DMs, it does sometimes take me about a week to answer, I'm not going to lie, but please don't think I'm ignoring you. If you message me on the regular, let them know down below. I do reply. I might just be slightly delayed because life is very, very busy at the moment. But yes, I do hope you've enjoyed the video. And if you did, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe down below. And as I say, leave me a comment. Any future topics you want to see. Anything you want to speak about for this one. Anything at all. What is the word of the video going to be if you're with me this long? Coil. That's the word of this video. I've started to do a new little series. Not little series, but like a new little trend where I say a word right at the end. So I know who's sticking with me and who's not skipping past. You got to watch the whole thing through. You don't have to, but it would really help your girl out, you know. And it would really help you out if your girl will stop blabbering on always, innit? Yes, Shannon Lee, shush. Take care, my lovelies. Stay safe as always. And I'll see you for the next one, which, oh my God, this is going up Thursday. We're coming up to bank holiday weekend, aren't we? So you've got an upload today as normal, Thursday, and then you're having Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, back to Tuesday. You got 6 uploads on the trot, my lovelies. Ah, you're going to be sick of me by the end of this August bank holiday. I will do a post on the community tab just to let you know. But yeah, as of today, 6 to 6, 6 back-to-back uploads is what's coming to your screens. Don't get sick of me. Please don't get sick of me. Bye, guys.